Alrighty, so the plan for today, I'm planning a trip to Thunder Valley Precision over in Ohio. I'm trying to find a load that I can use in my 6.5 Grendel. So I picked up some of the bulk 123 grain bow tail hollow points. I had some of the factory ammo with this bullet and it shot pretty good. So I found some of those bullets, they're pretty affordable, and I thought, hey, what's better than to go shoot long range than a pack of bulk bullets, right? So the goal for this was to get as much velocity as we can with the best groups and the best SD, because we're going to try to push out to 1,000 yards. Now everybody knows that that's kind of stretching the legs of the Grendel. Grendel's not exactly made for 1,000 yards. It starts to kind of lose its prowess around 800 to 900 yards. That being said, we're going to use Hodgdon LeverEvolution because it's kind of the king of velocity for the 6.5 Grendel and the 123 grain bow tail hollow point, and we're going back to the CCI number 400 primers. We're doing this because I kind of want to get rid of the rest of my 400 primers, and I don't have a whole lot of them left. So we're going to start out at 30.8 grains and work our way up to 31.7 grains. Now these are going to be extremely hot loads. I recommend that you don't duplicate them because I'm not sure how they're going to turn out today. The reason I'm starting up so high is because I've used the 123 grain ELD match with up to 31.2 grains of LeverEvolution without any issues. We're going to use a generic 2.280 cartridge overall length, and we're using our Hornady 9x fired brass. So this brass is getting pretty worn out. Again, that's kind of part of the reason why I'm not afraid to kind of destroy some of my brass. But the only way to find out if this is going to work or not is to get out on the range. So let's get out on the range and let's see what kind of velocities and see what kind of groups we can get. Alright, we're out here on the range. This is my 20-inch 6.5 Grendel. We're using the Hornady 123 grain boat tail hollow point today and Hodgdon LeverEvolution. So it is about 33 degrees out, so it is pretty cold, but being that these are pretty hot loads, I think we should still get some pretty good velocity. Target is at 100 yards, horn circles are 1 inch. The gun is cold, have not shot it today. Getting our velocity through our lab radar. So good day to shoot, not very much wind. I'm hoping for some pretty good groups. Alright, so we're starting at our lowest charge and working our way up. We're going to keep a close eye on our brass. Because these are such hot loads, want to make sure that we're not going to blow ourselves up. So I'm estimating we should be starting out somewhere around 2,500 feet per second here, which is really hot. So we'll see if my estimate is correct. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's see how they group. All right, so it looks like my prediction was pretty close, 24.96. Let's take a look at that piece, see what it looks like. All right, nothing crazy. All right, let's go ahead and shoot the other 4 here. Let's see how they group. Size of the group over there looks pretty bad. That first one dropped pretty low, and then the other one's kind of grouped there kind of close together. So hopefully that's our worst group of the day. So our brass doesn't look too bad. I expected the primers to be extremely flat, being that these are the CCI 400s, but they actually don't look too bad. So moving up here. Alright, looks like maybe a little bit better group over there. That one, the average was 25.16. Take a look at our brass. Again, brass looks okay. So we're not getting up into scary territory yet, I don't think. All right, moving up here. All right, let's take a look at this brass here. It looks like that group fell apart there at the end. Again, brass looks all right. Let's go ahead and move on to our last charge. Hopefully, this gives us something that we can work with. If not, I'm gonna have to keep trying here. All right, so that looks like our best group there. All right, so let's get over there to the target and let's take a look. Alrighty, so we're back at the bench here. Looking at our first group, 2,501 feet per second, 12.8 SD, but a 2.29 inch group. Moving on to our next group, 2,516 feet per second, 19.8 SD, and a 1.72 inch group. Moving on to our next group at 31.4, 2,536 feet per second, 21.6 SD, and a 1.79 inch group. Moving on to our last group of the day at 31.7 grains, shot 2,562 feet per second, 26.4 SD, but the best group of the day at 0.94. So I actually screwed up. I didn't get a picture of the case heads after shooting these groups. However, looked fine, nothing scary, really no ejector marks, and even the primers looked okay. However, as you can tell, our best group of the day shot that 0.94, which would be acceptable for what I'm looking for. Good velocity at 2,562, but our SD was 26.4, which obviously is not going to work for what I'm trying to do with it. So what I ended up doing is loading up another 5 at this 31.7 charge with a different batch of brass that doesn't have 9 times firing on it, has about 7 times firing on it, and freshly annealed to see if I could improve my SD. So we ended up shooting those. They shot about the same velocity, about the same SD. Did not get that on camera. However, I did get a picture of our brass here. Now, one thing to note is on these 5 pieces, 4 of them look completely fine, but however, that one punched a primer. Now, I'm not sure if that's cold weather related. I'm not sure if it's the CCI 400 related, because people do say they have soft primer cups. However, this kind of made me pump the brakes on the load and ended up kind of changing the plan for what we're going to do at Thunder Valley. So go ahead and comment down below and tell me what you think as why this one punched the primer. It was about 22 degrees out, and the bullets had been out kind of acclimating to the temperature. I'm not sure if it could be the extra cold weather. I know that these are hot loads, so maybe it's just too hot a load for my Grendel. So go ahead, let me know what you guys think, but I would caution you guys that the 31.7 load is pretty darn hot. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.